All right, this is the final round. So essentially we worked on 3 concepts today, and now these 3 concepts are going to be smashed into one equation. And they look a little bit aggressive for, depending on how you see them, but they're really not hard to do. So we're going to put our skills together and we're going to tackle this guy. The first thing you should notice is there's no fraction. So that's a good piece or a place to start. The next thing is, do you see X's everywhere? Because I do. And what I notice is that all of the X's are on the same side of equals. So what we're going to do is clean that mess up. When I have X's all on the same side of equals, we call that combining like terms. All the same type of variable, all on the same side of equals. We can combine that and make that into one term. So I've got negative 7x, and then I have a positive 2x. Oh, I got a minus sign. So I'm going to change this to plus and negative 3 so that I can see what all I'm dealing with. What you should then notice is that for my negative team, I've got negative 7, and I've got, adding to it now, a negative 3. So that gives me negative 10. And negative 10 and a positive 2 is going to give me a total of negative 8x. So as long as you get negative 8 there, no matter how you do it, addition is commutative, you could figure that part out. And then you're just going to bring the rest of the equation down, which looks like minus 7 equals 17. So first step, combine like terms. Second thing you want to do, this is a 2-step. We did these. So what you're going to do is you're going to tackle that constant. You're going to do the inverse operation. In this case, we're going to add 7 to both sides of equals. Negative 7 plus 7 cancels. Notice the work I'm showing. You've got to show work to get your credit. And 17 plus 7 is 24. Your very last step is going to be your multiplicative inverse, which means you're taking and you're dividing to get x by itself, except I'm dividing in negative 8 on both sides. Negative divided by negative is positive. 8 divided by 8 is 1. There's your x. And 24 divided by negative 8 is negative 3. So there's your first one. What we're going to do is we're going to transition to the second one, and then you have one to try, and you're done for this lesson. Here's one more to go. This one, the terms are a little bit more mixed up. So we've got 4x minus 4 plus x plus 24 equals 5x plus 120 minus 4x. That's a long one. Fortunately for us, it's really not hard because now we know some skill. The first thing that we need to do after we copy this down, make sure you write it down correctly. I'll write it again. 4x minus 4 plus x plus 24 all on the left. And then 5x plus 120 minus 4x on the right. Okay, let's take a look at this one. So there's x's on both sides of the equals, and there's constants on both sides of the equals. There's a lot going on here. So we need to combine like terms on the same side of equals to get it more condensed. So what I'm going to do on the left side of the equal sign is I'm just going to start putting some things together. So here's a 4x, and here's a plus x, and they're on the same side of equals, and they're the same variable. Remember that this is really a 1. So on this added together, on the left side of the equal sign, 4x and 1x make 5x. The second thing that I have on the left side of the equals is, let me get a different color, maybe green, is I have a negative 4 and a positive 24. Now I'm adding those because they're on the same side of equals. They're like terms. So negative 4 plus 24 is a positive 20. So that's going to go on this side. So that's all on the left side of equals, and now that's all condensed and beautiful. Now we're going to take a look at the right side of equals. On the right side of equals, I've got 2 sets of x's, so I'm going to work on this. This is a 5x plus a negative 4x. 5 plus negative 4 is just 1x, so I can put that down. And the constant is all by itself, meaning that I don't have to add it, subtract it to anybody on the right side because it's the only one there. So there we go. Oh, it looks like Christmas right now. But it's got an 5x plus 20 equals 1x plus 120. And our goal right now is to just get all of our x's on one side of equals and all of our numbers or constants on the other side of equals. And that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my 1x and I'm going to subtract it on both sides. And when I go across the equal sign, that's the only time that I do opposite operations. So because I'm taking it and I'm moving it across equals, that's the opposite operation I'm doing. 5x minus 1x is 4x. And then I'm going to bring down the plus 20 and the equal sign and bring down the 120. Now this is a constant and this is a constant. So I'm going to move this 20 over to the right by doing inverse operations again. This is the additive inverse. Positive 20 minus 20 is 0. And what comes down is the 4x equals and 100. So we got all of our x's on the left side. We got all of our constants on the right side. We're ready to divide so that we can solve for x. We're going to divide both sides by 4. And 100 divided by 4 is 25. Boom. Okay, so this is what a real one looks like. This is one that's a multi-step because we are combining like terms. We're doing additive inverse, multiplicative inverse. We've got 2 of those going on here, and you get your final answer. So what you're going to do is you're going to work on one of these to practice, and then you'll be ready for your homework. I'll see you in a second.